Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review episode 5 of season 2 of Rap Shit. This episode is called Dead End. So I have a lot of notes for this episode. This was a crazy episode. I think this episode is probably behind number 3 just because it was just so much going on. It's second to number 3 for me so far. Because I don't like depressing stuff. So there's that. So I tried to basically organize this by characters. So I'm going to start with Raina and Francois, and then I'm going to go into Blue's situation, and then Shauna and Maurice, and then everything else with Shauna and Mia and Cash and AK and Nat and Courtney. I didn't realize that was his name. I was calling him Patchy Beard guy. But anyway, okay, so let's start with Rain and get her up out of here. But basically we start off with the episode with her on live getting her hair braided. I don't know what she was doing, what style, like like girl, it's 2023. I don't know if it's not a trendy hairstyle. Like the way she's dressing and her hair and everything, it's just very off. It's very like, I don't know, like early 2010s. It's not even giving 2023. She's just talking stuff because she's upset, of course, about Shauna and Mia performing and outperforming her at the event that they went to, which, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know why she's mad. Like the crowd still liked her, you know, but obviously the girls did really good. Again, she didn't mention them. Like I said, I'm going to talk about Francois and Raina. So after that, I'm just calling Fran met with the girls. He was being very shady. They met on like a rooftop somewhere, and he was just putting his foot down about what they did. To me, basically guilt tripping them into what he's done for them, which really is the bare minimum. But to me, it's just very manipulative to say to these girls, I've done this, I've done that for you, but not acknowledge what they're going through. Like, he had them up in a disgusting motel. You know, he has them performing with this white woman who has no talent. The communication isn't good as well. So to me, I don't know, from the first episode, it just seems like they're like little puppies to him. Like, he like waves a bone and they're just like, they just take it. And I feel like there's no type of pushback from them at all because they're just happy to be there, and that's annoying me. And I feel like Blue is their only chance of possibly getting something better. And you know, we'll talk about Blue later on, but just everything that Fran is telling them, they're just taking it in, and it's like he's really just doing the bare minimum. And he really doesn't have a lot in place. He's really just talking shit. And I don't know why they can't see that. I guess they just so broke. They can't see that he's just playing them. And so Mia brings up, she asks about press interviews and whatnot. And Fran says something like, oh, I was going to wait to tell you this, but I got blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you weren't going to wait to tell. I basically think he's lying about everything. Like, he says he got them a meeting with this guy named Partisan Fonte, and then the head of Def Jam, blah blah blah. But I honestly don't think he has any of that in the bag at all. I just think he's talking shit, you know, because later on I could have swore when he was speaking with Blue, he said something like he was setting up a meeting. I don't know, it just felt like he doesn't have any concrete results for them or meetings for them. He's just talking. And they're falling for it. And then he tells these black women that they need to apologize. I don't know why I said apologize like that. Apologize to Raina. For what? For what? So that just pissed me off. So now we can head on down to Blue. Now, okay, without saying too much, because I'm going to get into foreshadowing later on, but all the things that Blue was going through, I actually thought that I was worried for her mental health. And I actually thought something was going to happen with her because I just felt like, oh, she is just getting railroaded this entire episode. So I was worried about her. So kind of what happened at the end, I thought was going to happen to Blue in a way. But not really. So yeah, so Blue got the girls a nice hotel, talking about it's on her dime, it's on Guap Dad's dime. And Mia can kind of sense this. She kind of asks, you know, if you know, Blue got the money on some street shit, but Blue's just like, hey, I'm not counting your pockets, so you don't count mine. I'm not in your business, so get out of mine. Y'all in a nice hotel. And basically the girls bring up how they met with Francois, and Blue is upset. She's like, I need to be in these meetings, because she should. I mean, she's their manager, point blank period. And so she wants to talk with Fran. They basically talk, and he's just being disrespectful. And the same thing that he told the girls, he basically told her. He just listed out all the 3 things he's done for them. I think, and at the end of the day, he has done stuff, but it doesn't mean that he should disrespect Blue. And if you ask me, I think he's actually intimidated by Blue, because, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, because Blue really hasn't done anything, but I don't know. It's just like, why are you so upset about Blue's existence? Like, if she's not that good of a manager, why are you even paying her attention? You know, there's something there. And my whole thing is that Blue is not a good manager right now, but that doesn't mean that you disrespect her, point blank period, because she hasn't disrespected you. I don't remember, maybe I'm wrong, but he's just disrespectful. You know, him saying, because I think she said something about respect, and he was like, why are you asking me for respect? Because she's a human being. That's why. There's no reason for you to be disrespecting her, point blank period. She gonna smack the shit out of you. I can't wait till she does. Hopefully she don't go to prison, but anyway, and he says something like, they don't need you, and I'll convince them, you know, basically that they don't need you if you don't stay in your lane, which is so conniving. Like, what is wrong with you? Because I tell you, if they get rid of Blue, he's not going to be focusing on them. He's just not. He gets rid of Blue, they go downhill, he's going to leave them on the corner, point blank period. Shoot, if Raina goes downhill, he going to leave her on that hill. He's just going to leave her. He's not going to help her up the hill. He doesn't care. He just cares about himself. So I just thought that was very cringy to watch, because it was just so unnecessary. It really is. And Blue can't say anything, you know, because, I mean, at the end of the day, she's not doing a good job. But, you know, I think she's gonna do better later on in the season, hopefully. So we also have the girls and everybody at this billboard party, and I'm still focusing on Blue. So she basically tries to talk to some different bigwigs in the room, and I guess I was confused. I didn't understand how she was looking up these people, because I was just like, if you don't know somebody's name, how are you really even like looking them up? But she would find their pictures and then talk to them, and out of the 3, 2 of them were not trying to hear her, and the black woman, one of the black women that she spoke with, she was going to give her contact, but Blue left the picture of the woman on her phone. So the woman's like, is this me? So she messed that up. So yeah, she's just messing stuff up. Later on, she's stressing, she's pacing with her cigarette, she's pacing back and forth, and she meets Hot Wings. That is Hot Wings from The Real Chance of Love. If you don't know, now you know. And it's funny because I actually reviewed this movie that she was in. I don't know the actress's name, I'll put it up, but she was in this movie called 3 Ways. I reviewed it on this channel, so go watch it. It's part of my what I watched comedy series, whatever. So it's cool to see her in this. She basically just speaks with Blue about what's going on, and oh, you embarrassed yourself, but people are gonna forget because coke, weed, heroin, something, I don't know. And so Blue was like, I effed everything up for myself. I mean, I feel like she didn't really do anything that bad, other than when she was speaking with, trying to start a conversation with the 3 different people. Other than that, it wasn't that bad. I guess I'll also bring up when Francois introduced, what is the guy's name? Tunji? So I'll bring that up real quick. So Francois introduces this guy named Tunji to the girls, and Blue is there as well. And so Tunji basically asks the girls to introduce themselves and tell him about themselves, and they do a poor job. They do a piss poor job. I was looking like, am I missing something? I don't feel like they're doing that good. Cause Mia, she's just like, I don't know. Now Mia, that's Mia. That's her personality. But she was just being herself, which you know what they need? They need like media training. That's what they need. Not to change everything about themselves, but it was just awkward. And then Francois brought up Shauna getting in trouble. Like, what was that about? Like, you're supposed to be managing them. Why would you bring up her getting arrested? But I don't know if he felt like that would work with her image, but that I just thought that was so dumb and cringy. And the guy was just looking confused, and then Chastity Blue asked for his card, and he just ignored her, which was rude. But anyway, but I'm like, going back to Blue being upset and talking to Hot Wings, I'm like, you really didn't do anything bad in that situation. You just asked for his card. But I think he was kind of turned off by the girls. And so the funny thing is, the first time I watched, I was like, okay, I don't feel like they did well. And so when Francois came back and said, oh, he liked y'all, I believed him. But the thing that I didn't believe is that when Blue left, he said, oh, Tunji said something about Blue. I'm like, what the hell would he have said about Blue? All she did was ask for the business card. What would he have said about her? There's nothing to say. She didn't do anything. She didn't even speak. So that's when I knew he was lying. But when I went back through and looked at the scene, I could tell that Tunji actually didn't like the girls and Francois was actually lying. So, I mean, I could tell Fran was lying from the first episode. He's just a liar, and he's literally like, and I think that's what it is. Him and Blue are basically on, they're like neck and neck when it comes to this managing stuff. He's like one layer above her, and he got lucky with Raina. Point blank, period. He doesn't have the connects that he says he has. So yeah, so I felt very sorry for Blue this entire time. I don't know, I just felt sorry for her. And like I said, I thought something was about to happen with her. So now let's get into Shauna and Mia and all their drama and all their BS. So let's just quickly talk about Shauna and Maurice getting on my nerves. Oh my gosh, every time now when he comes on the screen, my face scrunches up. I don't want to see him. I'm so sick of him. He is the real villain of this season. I dislike him more than I dislike Raina. I thought Shauna's joke about calling him about his car's extended warranty was funny, but he just started off wrong. Like, he started off shady. I'm not your nigga, and nobody said you were. She was calling because she said she missed you. See, it couldn't have been me. That's why I don't have friends now. Like, no, it could. You never. And you guys are under investigation. No, thank you. No, ma'am. You would have got a piece from me. I would have cut everything off. And you talking to me crazy. But this time, Shauna, when she spoke to him, she kind of called him out, because, he was hinting at her sending, the screenshots of the credit cards to other people. And she's just like, we're all in this together. On some High School Musical shit. We are all in this together. We were doing this. It wasn't just me. And she brought up his cousin. I guess his name's Stanley. Basically, Maurice is recording it, of course, because he's a bitch. And so his cousin tells him to delete it. I'm sick of these niggas. Let's go to the next thing. So yeah, let's get into Mia. Mia, aka Nola Darling. She is juggling 3 guys right now. And so she receives a dress, an expensive Mugler dress from Cash. That dress might as well have been, that little thing they use on the Men in Black movie to make people forget. That's basically what that was, because she just did not care about him being a fuck boy at all, And so she basically just said, he sent me a dress, he's claiming me, I'm good. And so Blue had brought up her public image, and she was like, your image is just as important as his, which is very, very, very true. So she forgets that she had called Lamont, and so she calls him to try to stop him from coming because he's literally packing. So I don't know why she has a problem with him coming down. It's like, it's not like he was gonna be at that party, so it's like, I think it's fine for him coming down. Like, LA is not that small. Maybe it is, I don't know, but he does his own thing, or he gets in the studio with this Courtney guy. Mia don't have to be there. She can be there for like 2 seconds and leave. I don't know, but I thought it was funny when he said fuck you to her. he knew she was lying. She's a bad liar. Let's get more to the billboard party. Both Mia and Shauna look really, really good, especially Mia. I loved her makeup, loved her hair, loved her dress. It was very cute on her. So they go to apologize to Raina's ass. Mia just gives a backhanded apology, and she left in the middle of the apology. But to me, I was just like, ew, why are y'all, this is white supremacy at its finest. Ain't no way I'm apologizing to this woman. For what? For what? She did her little freestyle. If you can see me, I'm doing air quotes. Freestyle, and then they did a freestyle. What are you mad? Get your bars up. Like, I would never. And basically, Shauna kind of calls her out in her own little way, that she's just wearing blackness like a costume, basically, and she knows what she's doing. I can't wait till her real accent comes out. That's gonna be funny, because I just feel like we're going to get a scene where her real voice comes out. So I don't know, but I will say that Raina did call Shauna out. She said, if you hate it so much, why are you here? You're dancing right next to me, you're doing the same thing. And truth be told, she is doing that. Like, you don't have to be there. And so Shauna ends up saying, I don't need you, blah 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 blah. And then Raina basically, she says something like, oh, I'm gonna tell Francois. She says something like, I'm not taking no more disrespect from you, sis. That sis was the N-word, girl. That was you can't say sis. You might as well just call me the N-word with the hard R, because that's what that was. Don't call me no damn sis. I'm not your sis. Let's see. So now let's get to Cash. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the last time on Rap Shit, they talked about Cash, and I was like, ooh, we gonna see Cash. So I was waiting for him. I'm not gonna lie. He rolled up. I'm telling you, I ain't shit, okay? If he would have been behind me like that, I probably would have folded like a chair. Cause I ain't shit. Mia was like paranoid looking around, cause her other guy, her light-skinned patchy beard guy, was around looking like the Easter bunny. He was in his nice little Easter hoodie. There were so many celebrities on this episode, but I really just want to mention Duckworth. I like him. I have a couple songs by him, but he seems cool. I'm just gonna mix it up, but we're definitely gonna get into some dark stuff. So trigger warning, if you haven't seen this, first of all, it's a spoiler. I've already spoiled half of the episode, but definitely trigger warning. It involves so Shauna sees AK, and she tries to walk past him all mysteriously with this big ass cigar in her mouth, and he's just basically asking her what is she celebrating, and she says something like she sold herself to a record label. Like, why would you say it like that? Like, I can see Mia saying this, but why would you say it like that? Like, come on, that just sounds ridiculous. And I'm not even a conspiracy theorist type of person, but that just sounded crazy, okay? Because it's gonna start some stuff up. People who watch this who are into conspiracies they're gonna have a whole think piece about that. He says something like, don't sell all of you might not get it back, which I understand. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracy person, but I do think that people like sell themselves as far as doing things that they don't want to do to get on, you know. And now I'm just going to talk about this. So the second time I watched this, there's so much foreshadowing in this. Oh my gosh, I just noticed another one. But when he said the industry is all about the spectacle, and like literally by the end of this, the fact that so many people were just filming what was going on is crazy to me. So I just noticed that. He says something like it's hard for him to feel anything. That of course comes up later on. He can never feel shit. Or no, feel anything. And then he brings up One Punch Man, which is one of my favorite animes. I've only seen the first season. But side note, can we talk about how everybody likes anime now? Everybody loves them some anime now. Y'all were not in the trenches 15 years ago when it was not cool to like anime, okay? I was there, okay? And I was one of them. It's like, no, I wasn't like super into anime. I was giving anime back in the day, but I wasn't watching too much of it. But I remember a time where anime was for the nerds, and nobody wanted to admit, nobody was trying to watch anime, or nobody wanted to admit that they liked watching anime. Now everybody and their mama watch anime. Anyway, but One Punch Man is a good show. It's a really funny show. But yeah, Lord AK brought up like never feeling shit, which was another foreshadowing. And the biggest foreshadow when I went back and I was like, oh my gosh, was the last meal. Him and Shauna are eating these little pastry snacks, and he asks her what would your last meal be? And she was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. He was like, mine would be these little pastry things that we're eating. And oh my gosh, that's so sad. It's so crazy because it's like this episode reminds me of this episode in the show P-Valley, which I think is a decent show. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a similar episode to this. But it's that episode, if you guys seen P-Valley, you probably know what episode I'm talking about. A very sad episode, but that episode was a little deeper than this because we got to see this person this entire episode. And it reminds me of this episode just because you go back, there's foreshadowing, but there's also, it's just sad, like it's just sad going back through the episode and knowing what's going to happen to this character. So then Nat, if you ask me, it's Nat's fault. But anyway, Nat's like, oh, Laura AK's in the building. He's gonna perform. And he really didn't want to perform. I don't know. And so Shauna could feel this. Shauna could see this. So then he performs. And I was trying to think to myself, like, maybe what rapper he was based on. I did hear somebody say Lil Uzi. I don't see that at all, but I was thinking maybe like Vic Mensa for some reason. But then with the ending of this episode, it made me think of some of the rappers we've lost. So I don't know. So let's see. So then we get Cash with Mia, and he's getting upset because both Mia and one of his friends are really dancing hard to AK's music, and he's just like, ooh, like, you need to settle down. It's like, excuse you. See, I knew something was up with him. You don't tell me not to dance to somebody's music. And that was another thing. I thought something was going to happen because I also really thought something was going to happen after this because his one friend was like, oh, who's the DJ? What's going on? Like, we need to play some of Cash's music or whatever. So I definitely thought something was going to happen after that. And so then Mia brings up him posting a picture. And this nigga, he gonna say, she asked him, why you post a picture? And he's just like, because I wanted to. Excuse you? Oh, he's so fine. That was just rude. Wrong answer. Like, all you have to do is apologize. You see, she's obviously upset. Like, what the hell is wrong with Chip? Then we get to Shauna and AK, and they go into this bedroom. And it's like, is this how they do it in Hollywood? Like, what's up with all these bedrooms? I guess it's like a mansion party. But I was like, all these, a bed? There's just a bed here? And so they start to do, but I guess he couldn't really get it up. And so he says something about, it's probably all the drugs. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think anything of it. Oh, another thing that I forgot is that, one of the other episodes he had brought up his brother, and I guess his brother had passed. Maybe he made music with him or performed with him, and his brother had passed in the past. He died. So they never explained how, but And I was also saying, I said Easter hoodie was looking kind of cute in my notes. Yeah, patchy beard dude, he was kind of cute this episode. I think what made him cute this episode is that he wasn't trying to act all cool. That's what made him look really attractive this episode. I'm not gonna lie, because all the other ones he was doing like this fake Chico DeBarge shit, and so this episode he just felt a little looser, and so to me it was attractive. So him and Mia, basically, they have sex in this bathroom, and then we, cut to Shauna in the bedroom still, and Nat comes in, and the way that it had cut off, because they start arguing, I was like, oh my gosh, something's gonna happen. I really thought something was gonna happen to Shauna. Like, I thought something was gonna happen to Shauna. So Mia, she's just stigmatized. She comes out the bathroom holding this dude's hand. So of course Cash sees them, and he had kind of saw them earlier. He gets mad, and he was like, he called her a using ass grimy bitch. Slap. It's just like, and he said something, I should make you take that dress off. And so him and Light Skin were about to fight, but then everybody was like looking up and they were gasping. I was like, oh my gosh, I really thought Shauna was like hanging over the balcony. I didn't know what was going on, but they look up and Lord AK is on fire. I'm like, what is going on? When I had rewinded back and I saw him go out there, he had his hoodie on. He had like a jacket and a hoodie, and there was a fire pit out there. So I don't know. My initial thoughts was like, did he do it on accident? Then I'm like, did he do it on purpose? Then I was like, I feel like it was on accident, because I'm like, who killed? I don't know. But it was just sad. And it cuts to the ambulance, and it cuts to Nat and Light Skin crying, which was really sad. It was really sad. I teared up a little bit, because them were some real tears from them boys, And everybody was just filming. Oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. Everybody was filming, and Shauna's there, Mia's there. It was very sad. So I'm thinking he did do it on purpose, because he's just going through a lot, and just seeing all the hints throughout this episode once I went back was crazy. So this was a roller coaster episode, because it was a funny episode, it was a cringy episode, and then it was also a sad episode. I definitely didn't see that coming. I didn't see Lord AK's ending coming at all. Yeah, this was a crazy episode. Whoever wrote it, like, what the hell is wrong with you? But this was a good episode. It was depressing. There's just a lot going on. Hopefully they can get it together. I didn't realize that the trailer for the next episode plays after the credits, so I did see a little bit of that. But hopefully things come together. Hopefully things come together with Blue, the girls. I want Raina and Fran out of here. I want to say I want Cash out of here, but that would be a lie. I just have to keep on seeing him. Hopefully things get better with Courtney and Mia. It seems like that would be a good pairing. I feel like Lamont's still gonna show up in LA. Yeah, I mean, this was a good episode as far as writing. It really was. There were so many signs there. So, and it's just unfortunate that he went out like that, because there's so many young people and people in general who have gone out like that because of what they're going through, inner turmoil, family stuff, all of that. So yes, so sending my thoughts to anybody who is going through something like that with themselves or other people. I had something like that happen to me earlier this year with a family member. So yeah, so if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and look forward to my next review. Thanks for watching.